Okay, everyone, take a deep breath. I do not think this audio is actually from Trump. And it's kind of funny because it gives us a chance to remind the world about how wild Donald Trump is and how he used to call reporters pretending to be someone else and compliment himself. So they would run stories about their source, John Barron, who was speaking highly of whatever Trump's business venture was. Yeah, that's crazy. But someone called into C-SPAN and identified as John Barron. And a lot of people on social media were like, do you think this is really Trump? Now, I don't put it past him, but I also heard enough of Trump's voice, and I'm just going to go ahead and debunk before we reflect on what Trump actually has done in the past, that this is Trump's actual voice. This is not his actual voice.
Election. John in Virginia, Republican. Let's hear from you.
Well, this is John Barron, and this is the worst decision you've ever had in your life, practically. Jack's going to agree with me, right? But this is a terrible decision. And you have Hakeem Jeffries, he's a dope, and you have Chuck Schumer, who can't cook a cheeseburger. Of course these people are happy. But true Americans will not be happy. And you have the woman earlier, I assume she's a woman, she's a Democrat, but she said she's disgraced. She's devastated.
All right, John.
This.
We'll go to Chester, who's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
They cut the guy off. So you had all these different accounts saying the president of the United States called into a cable news show under a fake name to complain about how unfair everyone is to him. You cannot make this shit up. He is unwell. Trump called C-SPAN with a fake name to complain. I think some people got that this was a joke. Some people, as I just read to you, genuinely think that this was Trump. Guys, Trump's crazy. But also, as someone who I genuinely think I've taken 20 years off my life, 20, from how much I've had to listen to Trump and look at Trump and watch him doing this job, I know his voice, and that's not his voice. That's someone doing an imitation of his voice. But if you're MAGA and you go, how crazy anyone would think he could ever do that? He did. Just the quickest pause to request that you click the subscribe button, the simplest, easiest, freest way, completely free, to support the work that we do. Right below the video, click that subscribe button. Back to the video.
Amazing story of Donald Trump's old spokesman, as the Washington Post headline writes. Maybe that it's been such an open secret for so long, it's hard to believe that anyone is still questioning it.
What's your name again? John Miller. And you work with Donald? Yes, that's correct.
It was back in the...
So that's Trump right there. That's Trump. I work with him. He is, wow, what can you say about old Donnie? Huge penis. So what I did there was just go ahead and say the thing you thought I was getting to without actually making it a good joke. Thank you.
1980s, and when the flashy New York real estate mogul needed to get a bit of news out, the newspaper reports it was common knowledge among...
I heard my friend Donald, when he makes a woman orgasm, they die. It's so strong, they immediately drop dead.
The biggest load that we've seen.
New York reporters that Trump just assumed a different name and handled the media calls himself. Like this call from reporter Sue Carswell at People magazine concerning Trump's breakup with girlfriend Marla Maples.
What kind of comment is coming from either your agency or from Donald? Well, it's just that he really decided that he wasn't, he didn't want to make the commitment. He didn't want to make a commitment. He really thought it was too soon. He's coming out of a marriage and he's starting to do.
So that is Trump's voice from that era. Now, it sounds different than what he sounds like now, but that is the 1990s version of Trump's voice. And there's no chance in heck that... Oh, was his name John Miller, not John Barron? What did I see John Barron from? Whatever, you get the point.
Tremendously well financially, and he just thought it was too soon to make any commitment to anybody. So what is going to happen when she's being asked to leave, or she's going to be allowed to stay? Well, he treats everybody well, and you don't know him, but he's a... No, I have met him. Have you met him? Yes.
Okay, so before I play more of this, there is a normal person who never calls pretending to be someone else so that they can speak positively about themselves. A normal person doesn't do that. There is a crazy person who calls to speak positively about themselves because they're crazy. And then there is a crazy person, so crazy they're Donald Trump, that they call to speak positively about themselves and don't even change the sound of their voice. Only Trump would think, hey, I won't even do an accent. Like the famous way that you pretend to be someone else is you're like, hello. Yes, my boss, Mr. Beasley, has tight butt cheek, whatever. Whatever it is that you would say. I don't know what you would say. And he is a great gentleman. Only Trump goes, I want to say something about Mr. Trump, just sounding exactly like himself.
And he's a good guy, and he's not going to hurt anybody. He treated his wife well, and he will treat Mama well. And he's somebody that has a lot of options. And frankly, he gets called by everybody. He gets called by everybody in the book in terms of women.
If that John Miller sounds like Trump, it's because audio forensic expert Tom Owen says, in his opinion, it is.
I can conclude with a fair degree of scientific certainty that it is Donald Trump's voice.
Okay, I don't need whoever paid you, whatever they paid you, give it to me. I can do the analysis. Ready? It was Trump. Pay me. Pay me.
Voice.
This afternoon, Owens compared the John Miller on that phone call with People magazine to the real Donald Trump interviewed on CNN's Larry King Live in the 1990s. Due to the quality of the old recordings, he couldn't use his biometric analysis that he says would be absolutely certain, but based on pitch, tone, cadence, and his expertise, John Miller and Donald Trump are one and the same.
Yes, it's my opinion that it is Donald Trump's voice.
Reportedly, Trump even tacitly admitted under oath to using one of his false PR names in a 1990 court testimony when he said, I believe on occasion I used that name.
Thank you, everybody.
Trump was confronted with the taped phone call and the Washington Post story on Friday's Today Show.
No, I don't think it. I don't know anything about it. You're telling me about it for the first time, and it doesn't sound like my voice at all. I have many, many people that are trying to imitate my voice, and you can imagine that. And this sounds like one of the scams, one of the many scams.
Yeah. It's AI. You're like, the 1990s? So it's not crazy that people think he would do that. I just don't think he would do it now as president. But, I mean, who knows? That audio was not him, though, just so you know. It was someone being funny. Did they say he had multiple aliases? So is there a chance he used John Barron as an alias to talk about himself and John Miller? He uses, isn't his middle name John? Donald John Trump? Didn't he use his, so he used his middle name for both of his aliases, and then his eventual son's name for the last name of one of his aliases, and then didn't even change the sound of his voice. Most Trump thing ever. My goodness.